All right, let's get going. Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us today for another session in our Proven Winners Fall Webinar Series. I'm Dave Kinsera, the Vice President of Sales for Proven Winners, and I'm thankful that y'all are taking time out of what I know is a busy time of year to learn more about the new Proven Winners leafjoy houseplant program. About 1 year ago, we partnered with a new business named the Plant Company to bring a fresh perspective to houseplants. And I'm confident that after listening to our speaker today, you'll agree that leafjoy is unlike any other houseplant program in the industry. Before I turn the presentation over to our guest speaker, I want to run through a few housekeeping items with you. All you attendees will be in listen-only mode. That said, we do love the interaction, so please use the chat and the Q&A icons down on the toolbar. If you can flip the slide for me there. And we'll have people monitoring that chat throughout the entire session, and we'll either answer back through the chat function or we'll save some of those towards the end of the presentation so our speaker can speak to those directly. Another thing is this webinar is being recorded, so if you loved it so much, you can always go back and rewatch it, or you can share it with your employees or your team or anybody else that you think might be interested. This webinar and all of our previous ones are posted at the Proven Winners website in the retailer section. So let's get to it. Our speaker today is Chris Ritchie. He's the Director of Sales for the Plant Company. He's been in the floriculture industry for a long time with a ton of wealth and knowledge about not only houseplants, but specifically what's going on with the leafjoy program. So Chris, I'll turn it over to you and take it away.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate the introduction. Welcome everyone to the Proven Winners leafjoy presentation. Again, I am Chris Ritchie, the Director of Sales at the Plant Company. I'm also joined with our territory sales reps that I would like to introduce. We have Ben Wright. Ben is the Territory Sales Manager for the Mid-Atlantic states. We have Kim Stone. Kim is the territory sales rep for basically the whole country because Kim does a little bit of everything, but really she focuses on the mountain states. And then we have Jen Kuzi. Jen is our territory sales manager for New England, the Northeast. And then we have Pete Sheardy, who this is his third day on the job. Pete joins us and will be the territory sales manager for the Midwest and the West Coast. So we're very excited with the staff that we have. There's a lot of knowledge that comes from all of our team members and sales associates at the Plant Company. All right, so leafjoy houseplants, bring nature inside. The Plant Company was founded to change the houseplant industry. The Plant Company was founded by Jason Van Wingerden and Frank Paul. Jason and Frank established the business in 2019 and finished 5 acres of state-of-the-art greenhouses June of 2021. We planted our first plants the end of May 2021 and sold our first plants September of 2021. So we've come a long way in that time. We've really focused on who we are and what we want to be. So premium tissue culture, tropical indoor plants grown in northern climate controlled greenhouse. More variety options with dramatically higher quality. So 17 genus, 120 varieties, and those are changing. And that's the one thing that we're going to talk about is how important staying open and staying on trend with the trends and making sure we're ahead of that and looking for new varieties, new genuses, and how we can be different and help your consumers be successful with the leafjoy houseplants. So this is a little video. This is showing our production line right now. This is going through the soil filler. We are a automated facility, so we have a lot of automation and we're investing in more automation. This is going from the transplanter onto the shipping belt. We have some examples of our liners that we grow ourselves. All of our liners that we use for our finished plants are grown by us, the Plant Company, and that is a majority tissue culture product. Kelsey, a little excited about loading up the cart, which is a nice thing. And then this is the cart that will drive the finished plants. These are liners being loaded up. This is a flying fork. So again, we're very automated. And this fork really helps us, especially with all the varieties and different genuses that we have. You'll see that we have smaller groups of plants, and that's because we're trying to have a wide variety of assortment to give your clients the best opportunities and choices that they can find out in the market. So as you can see, that lowers that down, slides it out. And this is just a photo of our buffer area. This is where we pack the product that we send to you. So that's a quick video, just give you a little idea of what our facility looks like. We're always open to have visitors. So if anyone is in the area or wants to make a special trip to the plant company, Stewartstraff, Virginia, we would love to have you and show you all of our unique operations and plants. Okay, so let's get into it. Focus on the consumer. Superior quality, the highest quality houseplant from the highest quality greenhouse. That's because the way we grow these plants, the way our facility is set up, and focusing again on premium breeding, innovative genetics, due to worldwide relationships with plant breeders, stylish design, upscale packaging, and regular consumer interactions to keep leafjoy on trend. And then we're trying to focus on the care and how to use information, exceeding the needs of the new experienced gardener. And then lastly, marketing, which is backed by a 10 billion consumer marketing impressions and growing, makes Proven Winners Leafjoy that excellent brand. So again, let's talk about genetics. Focus on genetics. The Leafjoy line is a premium houseplant genetics, making up about 75% of the entire line. So you'll see our tag up top, and with the rounded top, that's our main Leafjoy tagline. Then we have Leafjoy boutique varieties. So even more unique genetics that are in limited supply, in some cases exclusive to Leafjoy. All boutique and collector editions, which we'll get into on the next slide, are exclusive to IGCs, okay? So that's really important for you all to know that the boutique and collector's items are only for the independent garden center. So it's a great line to make sure you get into and have unique items. So then focusing more on the genetics, this is our collection varieties, the best of the best and the most unique varieties. It's very interesting. When we started in 2021, we were looking at Pink Princess and some of these different, the White Wizards. And now we're seeing those are becoming more available because the genetics aren't as strong as they were, and there's more genetics coming out. So with a Pink Princess, what's really interesting about it, we throw away about 40 to 50% of the plants because they don't have the variegation. So we're working with new labs to see how we can get a stronger habit Pink Princess and other collector's edition varieties for your consumers. When we joined with Proven Winners last November, we were blown away by the consumer research that they were conducting to get the feedback for the Leafjoy program. So we surveyed Proven Winners Facebook and Instagram audiences. We looked at the different age demographics. Why do you buy houseplants, and what are your houseplant concerns? So you can see from Facebook, bring a touch of nature. Can we move that a little bit? Indoors, beautify my home, fulfill my love for gardening year round, reduce stress, and purify the indoor air. So that's what we saw, where bring a touch of nature indoors, 67% on Facebook, 70% on Instagram. And that's where we came with the tagline, bring nature indoors. All right, what is your main concern? At 49 and 54% is I don't have enough light. So to come up with that, we came up with a couple collections. Consumer pain points, how to care for the plant. LeafJoy tags lead with the information that is lacking in most houseplant programs. So we designed a tag and we were very specific on giving your consumers the best information. So we wanted a variety specific photo. We wanted a variety name, genus, species, why buy information, QR codes with DK talking about the LeafJoy line. And then what's down here, just common sense and understanding care information. Next slide. Yeah, go back to the collections. No, go back one slide. There you go. Okay, so I talked about the 4 different collections. So we have the Atrium collection, which are highlight plants for brightly lit spaces, which is the green button. The dark blue button is the Cocoon collection, low light plants for interior rooms. Spa Scene collection, humidity loving plants for bathrooms. And the yellow button is the Work Life collection, space-saving plants for desks and tabletops. Ben, if you could go back to the tag. So you can see the tag, where to use. For the Inside Out Bambino, Alocasia, that's a Cocoon collection, a Spa Scene collection, and Work Life collection. So you can see the specifics on the definitions of tolerates low light, perfect in humid bathrooms, small stature, low maintenance variety, perfect for desk or small tables. So that's what really helps with the 4 different collections. Yeah, okay. And then we have plenty of point of purchase materials available. We can actually do, we've got a shop set up online that you can purchase the POP materials, or you can actually print them yourselves. And you can work with our teams to get your logos on those that you can print yourself, or we can work on other customized opportunities. So LeafJoy sizes and container options. We are using a tan grower container. And the reason we're doing that is that it is a 100% post-consumer recycled material. So we get this from Europe, and it really gives a nice look, especially in the independent garden centers where you don't use an upgraded pot. This pot actually stands out, or this container. And a lot of people like it because then they can easily recognize in their independent garden center what is LeafJoy versus their other suppliers' plants, because we are specific to the tan pot. Now, you'll also see we are showing 3 different sizes. Right now, our everyday size is the 12 centimeter, which is a 5-inch, and the 17 centimeter, which is a 7.5 inch. The 21 centimeter, we have been doing some trials on. We're not quite ready to launch that big, but as trials come up, we do use them and put them on our availability. So if you do have any interest in that, we can talk about those opportunities with you as well. All right, so upgraded drop-in decorative containers are available for an additional charge, and you can contact us, and we're using a lot of different containers. We try with the 12 centimeters, we try to use mainly ceramic. We do have some jute and seagrass. And then the pictures that you're seeing here are 17 centimeter containers, and these are jute and seagrass as well. So that is an option. We do have some IGCs that are going exclusive with our containers, and some just like it in the grower production container, and then they upgrade and sell their own upgraded containers. All right, so LeafJoy retailer benefits. This is a new program with unique and premium genetics. full-sized, high-quality greenhouse-grown plants. Plants arrive leaf-shined for maximum consumer appeal, upscale packaging to catch consumers' eye and provide care information, premium retail price and margin potential, and inclusion in Proven Winners retail locator. So I want to tell a quick story. We are working with a retailer in Michigan, an IGC with several locations that started the program in October in all of their locations. And after a month of sales, they average about 350 plants per location. They had a weighted average sell-through of 80%. We were very excited about that. And the number one item line would be the H2O bowl, which you see on the second shelf on your left. That was their number one item, but all items had strong sell-throughs. So it just shows that with the right merchandising, and they did a wonderful job of merchandising and finding a location similar to what is being pictured, the program works. And even in a time of year that sales are slower. So it's great. They just took a replenishment order this week, and they're excited to get that in there for the holidays. That is also an option. We have our staff able to look at and help you with your orders. So if you're not really sure, because we have a lot of different varieties, we can actually build a suggested order for you, show you, go through that with you, and then you can see the different plants. And then as you try more and more plants, it comes a little bit easier with what's unique and different. But we have a lot of items that a lot of buyers aren't sure because they haven't been in the marketplace. So wanted to show a few of our pictures of our plants, stuff that are looking really good right now. So Prismacolor Prince of Orange, that's available in a 12 centimeter, 5-inch container. Then we have Prismacolor Sun Red, and then Lily Pads Ficus umbellata. So we were in the greenhouse today, and this is a great item. Just people aren't sure about what the plant is, right? So you can see that shape of that foliage and how they do look like lily pads. This is a very upright, strong growing ficus, and this is a great plant. We will be at the Mance show in January, and we will be featuring some of these plants so that everyone can see the quality and the uniqueness of these plants. Then we also have our mythic Polyalocasia amazonica, our plant of the year, Feeling Flirty Tradescantia. It's similar look to Nanook, but Feeling Flirty has more of an upright and compact look. So if everyone can see that, this is the plant of the year. Thank you, Doug. Great. And then colorful Calathea orbifolia. So one thing I love to tell people is our Calatheas are some of the best around. And we can grow Calatheas because of our greenhouse. Can we go back to a picture of the greenhouse, or is there another? Yeah, perfect. So a little history on the greenhouse. From the floor, which you're seeing, to the top of the first gutter, we're about 21 feet. So it's a very tall greenhouse. One thing that you'll notice, there's no hanging baskets overhead. All we grow at the plant company is foliage, premium foliage, proven winner leafjoy items. That's all we grow. We do not grow poinsettias. We do not grow annuals. We are the premier grower of the proven winner leafjoy houseplant line. So it's very important to know, so that's all we're focused on, and we're focused on bringing the best varieties and quality to you and your customers. So You'll also see the floor. It's a black weed fabric floor. What that is, it's a earth good floor system with about 6 to 8 inches of aggregate underneath that floor system. And then we can actually flood it. So it's got ebb and flood floors. Don't change it yet. It's got ebb and, it's got ebb and flood floors. So we can raise the water and then drain it in about 15 minutes. And then what's even better about the earth good floor system is it breathes. It's breathable, so you don't have your root rot. When it's hot out, which we have a lot, right? We can raise that water just underneath the root system to cool the root system down. The other thing that's really interesting about the greenhouse is if you see all of the posts that are in the pictures, the posts are painted white. And the reason we did that is that the metal will radiate, will hold the heat from the summer, right? On the hot summer days when we get into 90 degrees, painting them white, when the sun goes down, we can drop the temperature immediately in the greenhouse, which is very important for the plants. These plants like to be around a 68 to 75 ADT, and we can maintain that, which is really great, especially with our location. So in the Blue Ridge Mountains, we're 1,500 feet above sea level. So even in those hot days, it cools down very quick at night. And what we're seeing because of the way these items are grown in our controlled environment, we are seeing the shelf life of this actually lasting. In fact, we found one plant from a year old at a garden center last week. It was the only one that was left, but it was a year old and it looked like it was just shipped. So because the way we grow these plants, the fact that they're not grown outside, the fact that they're not being sleeved, the fact that they're not spending 4 days on a truck, they show up to you in much better condition and better shape and really last for your consumers and last at your greenhouse as well. I want to show the Alocasia Red Secret. This is a new Alocasia that we, about 7 months ago, we only were able to get a few liners. Now we've got a great batch of these saved up. So we are going full tilt with these. They get a huge leaf on them. Ben here always likes to show off a picture of his face next to the leaf. Some of these leaves are about that big. So this is a great item. And then another favorite is the Blue Star Divana. We are growing this in a 17 centimeter and new for 2023, we are growing it in a 12 centimeter. All right, so leafjoy H2O, the Easy Care houseplant. So this is a program that we have the North American rights from a company in Europe called VDE, Victor David Evelyn. VDE is a big foliage supplier and propagator in Holland. So we've been working with them, and it's a great program because it's been tested and tried already in Europe. So they've been doing that for about 8 years over there. And they do things a little different. They're doing more items like this, where they are not using the cork. So now that we've got about a year into it, we're starting to test these as well. So this will be items that we'll be showing at the Mance and at TPIE. And there will be new items for 2023. So there'll be more information about these coming out and a lot of just unique and different items. Now, we are working on changing the picture that you see. That is our leafjoy H2O bowl. And we want to really make it more unique for the Independent Garden Center. So we have a new vessel that we're working on that looks like a beaker. It's about the same size, same cork, but a different shape. And that will be exclusive to Independent Garden Centers as well. We should have that available around March of 2023. So as we get closer to having those items in, we will be sending out our weekly availabilities and newsletters and showing those items. So leafjoy H2O Bola Mini, Easy Care houseplant. One of my favorites is the leafjoy H2O Mini because it is very easy and there's a lot of different applications for it. It will sell best by a cash register or in a gift area. It's a great item right now for the holidays, along with the H2O bowl. The other great thing about the leafjoy H2O Mini is that it's almost zero care. With the cork on top, you get enough oxygen into the plant that the plant makes its own system. We have these plants over a year with the same water and cork on it. It's unbelievable. Now, you don't want to put it in a direct sunlight window or, it will toast the plants pretty well, but we have them in filtered areas and they do just great. And it's really, really great for the newer generation of gardeners because it's less maintenance and it gets them started. It's a nice entry into plants. And then the bowl, we love the bowl as well. The bowl, shows more that your upright plant, easiest house plant a consumer will ever own. And it is so unique how long these last. Now the bowls, you will have to fill them up with water once to twice a month, depending on the location that they're in. And it's very easy to keep an eye on them. If you ever see the water turning color with either the mini or the bowl, you remove the cork, dump the water out, put it back in. Now, what we would like to say is all of the plants, do not love to be in full sunlight. So we've noticed with the bowls and the minis, as they're in your garden centers, you want them to be in a somewhat protected area, and they perform much better there. Can be placed anywhere: desks, bedside tables, kitchen counters, coffee tables, ideal gifts for friends, teachers, family, employees, and more. We are working on, we have a to and from snowflake ribbon and a snowflake tag and a ribbon tag that we're using for the H2O bowls for this Christmas, which is a great look. And then we're looking at adding a tag for Valentine's Day and then a heart tag and then a different heart tag for Mother's Day. So there's a lot of different things we can do with this item, changing up or adding tags for themed holiday events. Consumer benefits. Every consumer will have success. They don't have to be a gardener. Simply add tap water once a month if needed. This is the only care required. The reason we say tap water, that's all it is. It's just tap water. Some people, we have had consumers ask, can they use distilled water? Sure, it's not going to hurt the plant. A lot of people ask, can you add a fertilizer into the water? You can, but you've got to be very careful. And we do have some instructions on how to do that on our website. Thrives for 6 months to a year and longer, and we are seeing them longer. We're showing an Aglaonema now, and our goal is to really continue to build our stock of Aglaonema because this is a great item. It shows a lot of great colors, and we can use especially a red one like this for Christmas. There's a lot of different things we can do with Aglaonema, especially in this bowl. And we have been seeing that this is one of the better selling items in the bowl is the Aglaonema. So this is how we actually will ship them in, leafjoy H2O in a 6-pack tray and display tray. So we've designed a special tray that's a clear tray. So when you order these and you get these, you will get them in the clear tray. And that will allow you to merchandise it wherever you want and still keep them in the tray without taking them out. It keeps it nicer, but then the consumer can see what it is. If we used a black tray, you lose the look totally. So again, with this being a premium line brand, we're taking every step to make it look premium, even down to the tray. The retail packaging, you can see the tags. They will have variety-specific tags: Rosea, Princess, Clusia. And then you flip the tag up and all the care information is on the back. Same thing with the leafjoy H2O mini. Flip it over, it will give you the variety and then give you all the care instructions. Easy to understand, use, and care instructions to maximize consumer success, including a QR code video. And then we designed the leafjoy H2O mini shipper. So we've been shipping this in this shipper, which is pretty nice. It's a 20 count tray, and it comes in with the POP part on top. And then all you do is slide it out of the box and then put your POP together, slide it into the box, and you've got a nice display shipper to put by cash registers in a gift area. And then this is the item that we can also add additional tags for holidays to. Do we have any? Okay, so I see a couple questions. Heather, what is the expected retail price point for the H2O bowl and mini? We're expecting that price point to be $19.98 all the way up to $24.98 on the bowl. And then for the mini, we're looking at a $12.98 to $14.98 retail on those as well. Next question from Joey Gordon. Is this program available in Canada? We are working on that. And we are getting very close to hopefully launching it in March or so. But there's a couple things that we're continuing to work through, but we are getting very close. So thank you for that. And 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Ordering and shipping. So this is important. Minimum order size is 1 pallet. So 1 pallet can contain 15 to 20 cases. We're making it only a 15 case minimum order, but we can go up to 20. With 15 cases, you're looking at roughly 130 plants on a pallet. So it's not like you're ordering for a full trailer load from Florida. This is a nice small order to really help you understand and see what the program looks like. Shipping options, palletized boxes. We do use FedEx freight, and you can receive 1 pallet or more at a time. And then we also have CC carts available if your business requires more than a pallet, or if you need, you have several locations and you would rather try the CC carts. We also have that that option available with LTL shipping. So if we talk again about the pallets, Ben, if you go to the next slide. So we are in winter all of a sudden, right? And that came pretty quick. We started playing with how we do winter shipping. And after several months of testing and trials, we had our cardboard manufacturer actually do a 10 pallet test in their lab in Atlanta and put it through different cold scenarios. We came up with an awesome shroud, and it's called the NASA heat blanket. So thermal pallet blanket to retain heat. We also will use 96-hour heat packs in each box to create that heat. And then that thermal blanket keeps that heat in. Okay, so it's very important. And then what we decided to do, these aren't cheap, but they are reusable. So what we're putting together is a return to the plant company. So every pallet that you would order during the winter, there would be a $200 deposit. Then when you get your order, there will be a box that's broke down with a return shipping, FedEx shipping stamp on it. You just take that box, put it together, fold your shroud back up, put it in the box, send it back to us. And then you get a return for $150 in a way of a credit memo. That way we can reuse that shroud many times and make sure that product is always looking great in the winter. So again, we have done many tests on this, and we just got them in. So we're going to start using these next week.
And
go ahead, Ben.
I wanted to take a moment to talk about some of the retail benefits of this program. Chris briefly touched on the leaf shine. One of the things we want to do, because we understand labor's tight for everyone, especially in difficult jobs like working in a garden center, which requires a lot of labor. So we not only leaf shine our plants so they're clean for you when you get them, that enables you to just take them right out of the box and put them on your shelves. They also come with those variety-specific tags, so your customers and your staff don't need to do guesswork on what those varieties are. And then everything is held to our very stringent specification standards. So we measure every group of plants before we put it on our availability. So if we tell you this plant's going to be between 16 and let's say 18 inches, every single one we ship to you will be at that height spec. So you're getting consistent quality that your consumers will love. Just wanted to take a moment to address that.
No, Ben, that's important. Thank you for bringing that up. The quality and everything that we're offering with this program was built, when we all sat down to figure this out, we thought about the IGCs. That's all we thought about. And all the pain points that the IGCs have and that the consumers have with the product. So we wanted to create a program that the IGCs could be successful with and didn't have to mess with. You could take it right out of the box, put it on your shelf and ready for sales. Let's go back to the ordering. Okay, so when you do order, we do have a option that if you want your UPC in retail, we can do that at an additional cost. That our team can help you with, which is really nice because then you get the plant and it's ready to go. You don't have to do anything. And that can be put onto the upgraded container or directly onto the production container as well. All right, so I'm sure I missed quite a bit here and there. Let's see, Jane Roberts, how to take off the winter wrap. Will it rip? Will my staff understand how to remove? So I'm going to have Ben talk about this.
Yeah, so those shrouds are pretty incredible. Let me see if I can go left a couple slides. So the special thing about those shrouds is it's actually Velcro in all four corners. So it comes up over the top of the pallet and then hugs around the side. So you should see Velcro corners. It's really heavy duty. So these shouldn't be susceptible to very much damage. We expect to get a lot of uses out of these. And then on the top of the pallet, we're going to include instructions for how to send them back to us. That's going to include a box for you to use. In addition, those instructions will have details on how you can contact FedEx to set up a pickup if you're not able to take it to a location yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. So we are excited by this. And again, we spent a lot of time and investment in trying to figure out the winter shipping. Again, we want to give you the ability to get your 15 cases in February when it could be 25 degrees out for your clients, right? For your customers. So we wanted to do everything we could to provide a great solution. And we're putting more money into this and we're not charging more for it, except for getting the shroud back. So we're using heat packs. We're not charging more for those heat packs because it's important to us that the product gets to you all in great condition. Danny Brooks, do you have the UPC numbers associated with these, or do the customers have to provide them to you? So Kim, just to put you on the spot, yes, we do have all of our own UPC numbers, but Kim works with a lot of the clients that will give her their own UPC numbers. You want to talk about that briefly?
Absolutely. So we do have a set of UPCs that we can use for you. So if you want us to use those, we can. We can also use your SKU and your retails. That way it covers the whole labor aspect of it. You don't have to worry about going through, writing the prices on there for you. You send them over to us. We'll get the retails. We don't have to do retails. We could do SKU, UPC, basically whatever information you want to put on there, we're able to do that for you.
Thanks, Kim. And, you know, what we tell our team is we want to be open. We want to get this program out to as many people as possible. So we really pivot a lot, and probably more than we should, meaning pivot on, you know, what we say a minimum order is, pivot on what we can do. And we want you to be successful. So we all always go the extra mile to make sure that you as our IGC clients are always successful with this program. All right, any questions?
Well, that looks like it's about it, Chris, for now in terms of questions. If anybody else comes in, well, I've got a couple last slides. We can pivot back to that. But otherwise, Chris and the team there at the Plant Company, thank you for a really enlightening presentation. For everybody on the call, you know, when I first saw the Plant Company myself, it was obvious the quality of plants that they're growing was unlike anything I had seen in the industry before. Their ability to, again, have low minimums, I think, is a huge win for all of you customers that are on the screen. Instead of having to get a truckload of miscellaneous houseplants from Florida, you can get customized orders here in very small quantities to get regular fresh product coming into your store. Their greenhouses are full right now, and they have tons of great looking products. So if you want to capitalize on these winter months where we know consumers are looking for houseplants, this is a perfect time to do it. And I think, you know, it's a perfect time in our industry right now. I saw some recent surveys asking consumers about their shopping habits leading into 2023, because we know the economy is in a bit of a state of flux right now. And 86% of the people said they plan to buy the same amount of plants or more in 2023. So I think we're in a great position here with amazing plants, great genetics, and then the strong consumer marketing program that Proven Winners puts behind it is going to help drive customers into your store to find these things. So again, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. Ben, if you can click over to the next slide. If you guys want to get yourself a quick holiday present, you can register for our next upcoming seminars. The next one here, Ben, if you could flip the slide, is on December 8th. Dr. Bridget Behe from Michigan State University. She'll be talking about how consumers see your displays and how they shop your retail store. And then on the next slide, Ben, on December 13th is Anna Barsky from Merchandise Concepts. She's going to share tips to create experiences within your store to better connect with your customers. So I wish you all a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for your business. Thank you for your support of Proven Winners and support of the Proven Winners leafjoy program. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Dave,
and we'll talk to you all
we
soon.
have one question that just came through. Nicole Craig, is this all in assortment, or can we pick what we would like? You can pick what you would like. and that's what's making us unique. It makes it a lot harder for our teams to pull, but we know for you to be successful, you know what your customers and what your consumers want. So Kim, I heard Kim on the phone several times today with clients, and what's excellent is that they take the time. We take the time to call you back and say, hey, we might not have exactly what you're looking for now that we're processing your order. Here's some other substitutions we can offer. And again, yes, you can pick your own plants, but also Kim and the team does a great job of knowing what looks the best in the greenhouse, so they can always offer you a great mix if you're looking for that option as well.
And on that point, we've got an amazing catalog that goes through all of the varieties within the leafjoy program. So you can reach out to the Plant Company team and they'll send you out a catalog. We have a brand new website, theplantcompany.com, which will show all the different varieties. You can also see those on the Proven Winners website. And we'll be sending out some information after this to get you links to all those sources. So again, thank you for your time and attention today, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a great holiday.